The reason most people fail is because they give up what they want most for what they want now. People don't fail because they're not talented or skilled or whatever. It's like you give up what you want most for what you want now.
I think it's fair to say that at some point in our lives, a dream or a goal completely consumed our minds. And maybe you summed up the courage to even think about starting or going after that goal, but when it came to the actual time to start, you hesitated. Well, it's like 6:41 in the morning and I'm gonna go on a hike. I remember there was this one night when I picked up my brother's camera for the first time, and at that time I had no idea how to use a camera, how to take a picture or anything. And I asked my dad, I was like, hey, I've seen all these amazing astrophotography pictures of stars and of the galaxy. Can we go take some pictures? And that night he took me out, and we had no idea what we were doing. For like a half hour, we were just trying to figure out how we could even take a picture of the stars with the right settings. And I can still remember to this day when the shutter closed and the picture popped up on my screen of this amazing desert view of red rock and the stars above it. I have no idea where that picture's at. I don't think I have it anymore. I don't think I saved it. But I remember how I felt in that. And ever since then, I've been chasing that feeling. And quite frankly, there's only a few times I can think of off the top of my head where I have felt the same way that I felt when I took that picture. It was funny because last night I was actually, before going to sleep, I was watching some of my old videos that I posted 3-4 years ago, and there was one video in particular, but the way that I talked about video making and creating meaningful content honestly inspired me now, and I long for that. I think there's a lot of times in our lives where we want to go and we want to start something, and maybe it's restarting because we had already tried in the past, but for some reason there's just something holding us back. There's something that makes us think that we can't achieve it. For me, I feel like that has been the number one thing that is holding back my potential and holding back what I really feel like I'm capable of. We're about halfway there, and I have so many mosquito bites already, and I'm sweating. I think I need to take off this jacket. Kind of a bad idea on my part, but it was cold this morning, so we're gonna keep going. Last night I was talking with one of my dearest friends about this topic of going after something you want most and starting, instead of looking for the instant gratification and what is most comfortable for you right now. And she said some really profound things that I think are very useful and are pretty simple. She said, in her opinion, the reason why most people don't start is because A, it will be hard and it will take time, and they know that, and they don't want to put that effort in. And B, because you're scared you won't get the results you want. And that's the one I want to talk about specifically, because that is literally me in a nutshell. I won't get the results that I desire. I put all this work in, and then there's nothing that comes out of it. And then I never start. And it kind of hit me this week of how stupid of an idea that really is, because I am letting something that doesn't even exist in the future to stop me from what I want to achieve. The fact that maybe I'll reach an obstacle that will hold me back from what I actually want to do is honestly pretty pathetic. This is the only word that's coming to mind. It's kind of frustrating that I have thought like that, and that has held me back from so many different opportunities that have been placed before me in my life, and I'm done. I'm honestly done with allowing something that doesn't exist to hold me back from what I want most. I think we made it. That same friend told me last night, and I loved it so much that I wrote it down. She said, "What does the future have that the now doesn't?" And you could probably list off a few things, but how do you know you're gonna have those? Nobody knows what's gonna happen in the future. So what are you doing right now to actually make sure that you have those? Because quite frankly, it's not just gonna come knocking on your door. It's gonna come by one step at a time. One step at a time. And my first step is this video, and I'm just getting started.